We'll be cleaning up Herzegovina. There's a very important difference, by the way, in suing for peace in this game than there is in Stellaris. Because as the declarer of said war, or at least the main combatant of that war, you can declare peace with individuals of the war. So we're going to actually peace out Herzegovina pretty fucking early. And I'll tell you how to do that. Ooh, look at that. Athens has a 7% chance of being complete.
And everyone's 42%. Yep.
42?
On
Negative 42.
Yeah, 42.
That's a negative 42, I believe. Yes. By the way, my gameplay right now is really fucking boring because I just have to wait for my military to basically fix itself.
Oh, there. I'm just looking over here. Let's try to check the factions.
You can just check the estates. Here's the thing. Factions and estates are similar, but honestly, you don't have to worry about estates nearly as much. Do you have any disloyal estates?
No, not really. I see.
Okay, so disloyal estates means less than 30.
No, not really, no.
Awesome, that's fine then. You don't have to worry about them then, in that case, unless you specifically want to think of something to add a privilege to nobility, like I said. Mm-hmm. Or if you like someone else, maybe you can do that. Just make sure once you do the siege, tell me and we can pause and fix what's going on.
4 claims on me, 14% on Athens.
Very cool. Oh, by the way, there's a little bit of a curse in this game where if you stare at the sieges, it takes way fucking longer and the chances get less. I don't know how true it is, but almost everyone that I've met that's played EU4 says don't look at your sieges, just wait for the pop-up.
Well, I imagine I'm looking at your place now.
Fair. No, it's fine. You should look at the Serbian border to make sure they don't cross into your area.
Nothing quite there yet. It's not there. Nothing, no soldier. Oh, good.
Who's at war right now? Oh, right. That's why. There was an occupied territory right next to me, and I was like, who the fuck's at war right there? Oh, right. France and England are bashing each other again.
They faced under year war anyways. The separate sanctuarism.
Yeah. Say again? Can you send that one to me, please?
Yeah. I think
Embracing
after the
syncretism?
siege and war, this will be it for this session.
Yes, this will definitely be it. The fall of Byzantium is kind of an important quick war that you gotta get out of the way. Technically, I guess in history, they wait a little bit longer to do that war, but I found that you want to pounce on that war as quick as you can. Because people start allying with them, that makes it a fucking headache.
Sense.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is one of the legalism versus mysticism events.
Okay.
Hover over, he's doing God's work, and hover over, he will be have to do his preaching elsewhere. Whichever says gain legalism.
Mysticism and more to legalism.
Yeah. The one that says moves towards legalism, just do that one. I would take into account what the actual other effects are too, but honestly, you're going to click on it. That's fine. Legalism is really the way to go, honestly, in this.
So what's your plan to legal plan to do?
Oh,
siege.
Cool. Oh, I have to.
It's over now.
Awesome. Well, I just had a saying proclaimed. The Pope has just announced that one of your ruler's most esteemed and revered ancestors was actually a saint.
I claimed it now. Awesome. So I go down south or go back
Awesome.
up?
So yeah, you have occupied it.
Yeah.
That means that fort is under your control. They will have to re-siege it just as you did. And here's the other important thing. That zone of control is now yours too. I'll tell you about that in a bit. Let's have that 16 now. Take that 16 and march their asses straight into Ertzgubania. There they go. All right, so if you please go to the fort view again. This is something we kind of got cut off with.
On this one?
So the fort level view. Like the view type above the mini-map. Well, I think it's under geographic.
Geographic. Oh, okay.
Geographic, fort level.
Gotcha.
All right, so we were talking about this a little bit, but we got cut off.
Yeah, I got now solid green now, yes.
Yes, so that solid green is a fort that is active, and the sliced green, or if you see any red, that means it's inactive. But if that little, I don't know how to fucking, the pattern, those are territories that are under that fort's zone of control. One of the biggest challenges with warfare in this game is figuring out zones of control. It's basically controlling how units move, because you cannot move past a fort without sieging it. So you can't move. If you move into a, let's see. You see Selenik? That green one?
I'm still in the fort one.
Yeah. See Selenik? The one that should be like right between Athens and like Constantinople, kind of? Or Jelabolu? You see those?
No.
Hit the F button and type GELI.
GEL.
Golf, Echo, Lima, India. Click Jabolu. You see that one, right?
Or Jagella or Jabaloli?
Something like that. Okay, so you see how Agumu Lysine is right next to it and it's kind of striped?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say somehow in a weird way, there's an enemy in like, what is that? Costendil, right? That's not striped, right?
No.
Okay, let's say there's an enemy in Costendil, right? In order for that enemy in Costendil to get to Constantinople, they would have to pass by Edirene.
Which you'll face the fort.
That's a fort. Yes, that's your capital fort, in fact. So they can't just walk into Philippe, then Kirklisk, and then into Constantinople. No. You have to fight the fort first. So they would have to move into Philippe, then directly into Edirene. Otherwise, they would not be, if they moved into Philippe, they would only be able to move to a location either that is the fort or that is not under control. They could not move to Gumulu, whatever, or Kirk, whatever. Does that make sense? You can't rotate around a fort.
Essence.
Nor can you pass through. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so forts are basically there to slow progress. That's it. So what I like to do, personally, this is a little expensive, but I like to make forts in every province, in every gray spot that you have, basically. Now, what I mean by that is like, I would put one in Nigbolu? Yeah, Nigbolu. Because Nigbolu would then exert its control over Vidin, Sofia, and Tirnova, making it so that you couldn't go past it without taking it. Does that make sense?
Right, so how do I build forts?
So how you build forts, you click on Nigbolu, and you open the buildings thing.
Got it.
Now at this point, I actually don't think you can right now because I don't know if you have enough money.
Defense is a castle?
Yes, you need to build a castle.
Nope, I need 200. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's fine. That's expensive. You don't have to do this right away. It's just something that you kind of want to start building up between wars, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
All right, let's pause. I'm going to increase the speed to
Battle
2.
siege of Antarctica has ended.
Where?
I captured none.
The Battle of Antarctica?
Antarctica Sea.
Ah, gotcha. It's a water battle. Gotcha. That's fine. So yeah, they're going to be trying to attack you in that water a little bit. That's fine.
There's a fleet in there. I did not realize.
That's fine. Like I said, you're in a very strategic position with your fleet so that they can't really attack you anyway, and they'd have to fight through the entirety of your fleet to get by you.
But he's in the South Messina Maria. There's the there.
All right, your people are now moving into Serbian territory proper.
Right.
There. Let's just take a peek. Okay, never mind. All right, hey, look at that. There's your enemies. All right, so here's the fun thing. We're going to go straight for their capital, which is Herzegovina. We're going to take their capital and then tell them to fuck right off because they don't have anything we want. We just need them to fuck off.
Another siege is being attacked by Hindi. Prophet of Malgain. Must protect our trades. Competition is good for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, so that's an event regarding whether or not you want to help the merchants or the taxation, basically. I would say it's completely up to you. If they have the same amount of increase, that's fine. Otherwise, look at this. It doesn't really matter. Choose the bigger one if there's a different bigger one. Otherwise, look at the other effects, maybe.
I'm going to do a trade because I want local unrest.
Fair. No, that's good. Local unrest -2 is probably what it is. That's pretty good. That's a good choice. I couldn't remember which one it was. I just knew that was one of them. All right, so let's look over. Okay. The siege of Herzegovina is going to take a fucking fat minute.
My siege is going on, besieging.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're attacked while sieging, it interrupts the siege, but it does not take away from the progress. Nice. People are dying in my country, but not for the same way that you are. That's interesting that Herzegovina kind of just like gave you access just to let them die. Huh. Cool. All right. Oh, hey,
that battle's going on. Battle between Ukraine are going to war.
Mm-hmm. Just so you know, just so you're aware of it, they are taking back Athens.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So they're a much smaller group. They're going to take a longer time to take it back. So we don't need to worry about that until it actually falls. We're still worried about Constantinople and getting Herzegovina out of the fight. So here's one of the kind of strategies to warfare in this game. Attack their allies first and get them out of the war first. Because if they're out of the war, but you're still fighting the war, then it's an easier battle from then on. So attacking allies quickly just to get them out of the war is a very valid strategy. If you know what I mean.
The Dimlima is 31%.
Okay. The Dima, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hover over that loyalty number for me?
The loyalty.
It says the Dima loyalty is 30-something and will drift towards the equilibrium of every month. Equilibrium is currently what number?
By 0.16.
What is the equilibrium percentage? Just say equilibrium is currently like
30.50.
Okay, so equilibrium is really what you have to care about, not their actual loyalty. Equilibrium is what they will naturally go to over time. So, as long as equilibrium is above 30, it's fine.
Okay.
They'll just slowly drift towards whatever that number is.
All right.
If it's lower than 30, then there's a little bit of a problem. Because that means that it'll eventually go below 30, which will make them disloyal.
We're slowly
right.
getting there. 7%
Oh, yeah.
about to go. The siege is
Hey,
over.
pause. Okay, go to your war, which is in the bottom, like, right. It should be like a little flag.
35%. Yeah.
Okay, so click on that. It should be like the war for conquest of Byzantine or whatever.
Yep.
You see where there's like that little piece of paper up in the top right? It should say like sue for peace or something.
Yes.
Click on that.
Surrender or select the option will affect peace deal with your enemy.
Can you please send me a screenshot to make sure that I'm seeing the right? You're looking at the right stuff. I mean,
Right hit.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm leading you to the right place because I'm working blind here. I kind of wish I joined the war literally just so that I could look at what you're doing. It would have been unnecessary, but it would have been easier for me to see what you were doing. Okay, yeah. So the one next to unconditionally surrender, the little olive branch looking thing.
Yep.
All right. So this is the peace screen. The peace screen allows you to make peace with the war leader, which is what you're immediately looking at. So you're trying to make peace with Byzantium. We're not going to worry about that quite yet because the war's got a while to go. What we're instead going to do is, you see all those little flags on the right side of the pop-up? Hover over them until you see Erzgavonia.
Erzgavonia, the red flag one?
I think so. I don't remember offhand. Yeah. Click on that. That flag I made.
Got it.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Please again send me a screenshot. I'm going to be asking you to do this throughout this because it's kind of.
Super peace.
I'm going to ask you to send me a lot of pictures over this just because I need to continuously see what's going on. There's a lot of windows to kind of run through here. No. Okay. So, you see that picture that you sent me before?
Yeah.
Go to that screen again. On after you click the olive branch, it should go to another screen. It should go to another screen that's kind of like.
Got it.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there should be the Erzgavonian flag, right?
Erzgavonian flag. That should be right there.
Click that. Send me a screenshot.
Erzgavonian flag. I'm just here. Oh, there it is.
Technically, you could have sued for peace directly like the way you were doing, but I want to teach you the better way to do it.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay. So right now, you're dealing peace specifically with Erzgavonia. This is a separate peace deal. This is something special that you don't get to do in Stellaris. If you were talking with the Constantinople on the right side of the flag, you see how it says Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, and it shows the Erzgavonian flag right there on the right?
No.
If you're dealing with Byzantium or the main person you declared war against, you'd be declaring peace with everyone at once. So you don't want to do that. You're in the right page right now. This is the peace screen. There's a lot of tabs for it. These are the different things that you can demand from them. Right now, demand tribute is what you're getting from them. Offering tribute would be what you're giving them. Here's the important note. You can't do both. You can't be like, here, I'll give you this if you give me that. No, it's just, okay, you're giving me this. And this, and this, and this maybe, but whatever. So go to that last one that looks like the torn up page.
Yes.
Scroll all the way down, and it should say war reparations somewhere.
Yes.
See how there's a green check mark there at the bottom of that? It says peace offer value 0, and then it says like a green check mark.
Yeah.
Click on war reparations, and does that change to a red X?
Nope. Still green.
Awesome. War reparations is basically just they give you money over a period of time, basically being like, you caused us war, so give us money. Can you please take a screenshot?
I did.
Oh, you have 77% war score with them. That's really good. You could probably do most of this shit. All right. Try transfer trade power, and if it's still a green check mark, tell me.
Still green.
Can you click steer trade as well?
No.
If when you click steer trade, does it turn red?
Yes.
Okay, fuck it. Just transfer trade power, war reparations. Peace offer should be like 30, and it should be a green check mark, correct?
So don't click transfer trade.
Keep transfer trade power and war reparations.
Okay, you're in there then.
All right, send demand, and that should peace out Ertzgavania.
If he gets them out.
Accepted peace. Cool. All right, pull that duder in Ertzgavania back and send them at Athens.
Well, the hand around their heads under siege, so I gotta.
Yep, you gotta push them off there before they finish that siege. They're at 7%. Unlikely that they'll finish it, but you never know. So yeah, they got lucky with their rolls, it looks like.
It's not letting me get out of here.
You can't select it? It doesn't let you leave?
It's not let me leave, no.
Hold on. Oh, they're black flagged. Okay. So select them now.
All
right, so black flagged basically means that you were caught in a territory. It's kind of like when someone closes your borders on a science ship at Stellaris, but like you still see where they are. You have to send them to the nearest occupied by you territory or allied territory or your territory. So send them to like Ori.
I'm saying all the way down anyways.
I mean, fair. Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah. So yeah, send them down. Eventually they'll cross into your thing and lose the black flag. The black flag basically is saying that they will not enter combat.
All right.
It's important because they don't have the option to enter combat until they get into their own territory. Like, no one has either way.
All right.
Oh, nice.
We're getting away there.
All right. You successfully pressured your first fucking plebeian into giving you money. Now for the real treat.